Centcom scrambled a high-stakes rescue mission after U.S. Apache gunship goes down near Oman, raising fresh questions about American vulnerability in the Gulf just as tensions are peaking. The U.S. manages to rescue its crew members but fails to fully save face, as the crash is being seen as a big blow to Washington competence in the region's most contested waters. Mystery over the Strait of Hormuz deepens as a U.S. gunship crashes right after Iran-Israel clash, fueling speculation about what really brought the helicopter down. Centcom confirmed that 2 crew members were successfully rescued after U.S. Army AH-64 Apache attack helicopter crashed on June 8. The crew was located and rescued within 2 hours of the crash, after the Apache went down close to Oman's coastline during a regional patrol mission. Centcom reported that both personnel were recovered by U.S. forces and were in stable condition following the incident, having received immediate medical attention. According to the statement, rescue efforts on the ground and at sea were led by Naval Forces Central Command in coordination with elements of the U.S. Army's 82nd Airborne Division. U.S. Air Force and Navy units, including assets from the U.S. 5th Fleet's Task Force 59, supported the mission by providing search, surveillance, and coordination capabilities. The cause of the Apache incident was not immediately clear, the New York Times reported. Mechanical failure has not been ruled out, and the incident is under investigation, according to the report. The attack helicopter went down just after Israel and Iran clashed over Lebanon on June 8. The Trump administration had not publicly disclosed the incident by Monday night, the New York Times said. Apaches have notably been used to deter small boat attacks and to shoot down drones. If confirmed, this would be the first Apache lost in the conflict, according to the New York Times. Iran has also claimed to have shot down several U.S. aircraft and drones during the war. Trump also reacted to the incident while saying he has an idea for an Iran deal.
We have ongoing negotiations in Iran and with Iran, and that hasn't stopped. And we could have at least an idea by 1 or 2 days from now, but I think it's going well. The blockade continues to hold 100%. Nothing is getting through our blockade. No oil, no income, no nothing. Nothing's getting through the blockade.
There's a report that an Army helicopter went down in the Strait. Can you give us an update on that? Are the soldiers okay?
The pilots are fine, yeah.
And was
nobody
that
injured.
Brought it down?
We are going to issue a report tomorrow, but the pilots are fine, yeah. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
Sir. Thank you.
Regional tensions surged after U.S. forces disabled an oil tanker in the Gulf of Oman on June 8, marking the latest flashpoint in the standoff with Iran. According to Centcom, the vessel was attempting to sail toward an Iranian port in violation of the ongoing U.S. maritime blockade.
U.S. Central Command statement read, and I quote,
U.S. forces disabled an unladen oil tanker in the Gulf of Oman, June 8, after the vessel violated the ongoing blockade against Iran by attempting to sail to an Iranian port. U.S. Central Command, CENTCOM, disabled Palau-flagged MT Marivex as it transited international waters in the Gulf of Oman toward Iran. An FA-18 Super Hornet from USS Abraham Lincoln, CVN-72, fired a precision munition into the ship's engineering and steering spaces after the crew failed to comply with directions from U.S. forces. Marivex is no longer sailing to Iran. CENTCOM forces have disabled 7 non-compliant vessels, redirected 134 ships that complied and allowed 42 vessels supporting humanitarian aid to pass since initiating the blockade on April 13. Unquote. Washington said the operation was part of a broader effort to enforce restrictions on Iran and prevent violations of the blockade. Tehran, however, accused the United States of fueling tensions and pushing the region toward a dangerous new escalation. CENTCOM says 7 vessels have been disabled since the maritime blockade against Iran was launched on April 13. U.S. officials claim more than 130 ships have altered course and complied with instructions issued by American forces. Washington maintains that humanitarian shipments continue to transit the region despite the ongoing blockade. The blockade remains a key pillar of Washington's strategy to increase economic and maritime pressure on Iran. Iran's foreign ministry accused Washington of being directly involved in and coordinating recent Israeli military operations in the region. Tehran alleged that U.S. Central Command has been supporting Israel in both defensive and offensive operations during the latest escalation. Iranian officials warned that the United States would be held responsible for the consequences of any further escalation or provocations in the region.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest newsmakers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest newsmakers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.